Do women go out knowing that their dress is see-through? I definitely do, yeah. I've done that to go dancing. I looked hot. I had underwear on. I'd be willing to bet for most women, they've looked at themselves before they left home much more than you did when you saw them out in that dress. Not always. Paparazzi will purposely take pictures of female stars with super bright flashes with hopes the light will shine through the fabric. Point is, lighting at home is not the same as lighting outside, or under flash bulbs. Some do. Some don't. Yeah. What about it? Yeah. Sometimes it's a conscious decision. Nice. Saw this same question yesterday about yoga pants. Probably yes, although sometimes in different lighting you can be surprised. Sweeping generalizations require a generalized answer, so I guess I would say some do and some don't. Checked your post history. Have you been stealing panties? There was a time where whole chains kinda FCK up and all were selling leggings that were see-through and everyone was weary G them though. So I think it's also a fashion thing. I always try to check my outfit in natural lighting before going out. But that doesn't always show how it's going to look outside in the sun. So, for me, if it happens, it wasn't a conscious decision. I do try to wear nude underwear if I'm wearing light colors for this very reason. I used to when I was in my early 20s. But it was a conscious fashion decision. Sounds terrible. But I copied it from one of Tom Ford's first Gucci campaigns. Lime green bikini under a black lace dress. Now, where I lived at the time wasn't particularly fashion forward. So I looked like a mentalist probably. But I felt great and I did it for me. And I didn't get harassed either, so it was a double win really. Would it be weird if I, 23M, asked out a girl, 19F, that I used to tutor back when she was in high school? Shoot your shot, bro. Good luck. Of course you can. Why is this even a question? Many people who knew each other in various stages of maturity date later. Or even get married and or start families. Ever heard of high school sweethearts? Wait till she's 20. And if you genuinely can't stop thinking of her at 17, don't do it. Do you mind taking another private lesson with me? Hee hee. It's fine. Chill out. The only drawback is if it works out really well. It'll maybe be a little awkward telling people how you met. Worth it. You're both adults and you made no attempt to fuck her or groom her when she was a minor. You're clear for takeoff, bro. Give it a shot and see where things go. The fact that you're so considerate about all of this means that you're probably the right type of person to be in a relationship like this. As in, it does not seem that you were trying to groom anyone and the spark between you two is genuine. I think you're fine. Haha. Relax. Ask her out. Lots of married people met E.G. when they were in high school. They knew each other as kids and quat. You're interested in 19-year-old her. Not 17-year-old her. So there's no issue. What should a woman bring to the table? Emotionally, stability is a must. Not super overweight. I take care of myself and would expect my partner to do the same. Preferably good relationships with her parents too. Been down the road of daddy issues, it's not fun. Decent head on their shoulders. Don't have to be insanely successful, but at least have a plan. Self-sufficient enough that if we were to go long-term I don't have to pay her way for her. Level-headed. Affectionate. The last relationship I was in had everything but that last part. She showed no affection. It makes me sad to keep having to expand the list of requirements for a partner because I know the longer it gets the harder it'll be to find someone that marks off everything on it. 1. Be able to provide for yourself. She doesn't have to make six figures, but if she can't afford to live on her own I don't want to share a life with her. 2. Not apathetic. She should strive to fix things in her life she doesn't like. This includes stuff like taking care of your health and physical appearance. 3. Share some of my interests and passions so we have common ground beyond watching the same TV shows. 4. Be fun to be around and supportive as a partner. Generally just be someone supportive and nice. 5. Have a life outside of me. I know way too many people who don't have any friends aside from their partner and that isn't something I want to deal with. What should women bring to the table, you ask? Here is what I think. 1. Children from past failed relationships. 2. An air of entitlement. 3. The ability to not work but simultaneously complain about not having material things. 4. Emotional instability. 5. The right to be equal but only if it doesn't impact point number 2. There you have it. The perfect woman. How does one stop being shy and embarrassed in front of white people? Force yourself to talk, to make small talk where appropriate. It will be weird and awkward the first couple times. But after a while it will become much easier. Do you only feel like that with white people? What if it was a black person or brown person? Because if you don't feel the same way then it's probably racism and you're putting white people on a pedestal and other races below you. Seems to be a common thing I've seen. Unfortunately y'all need to work on that. For the most part 99% of people are far more concerned with themselves than what anyone else is doing. Most people don't take notice of anyone but themselves and their immediate family/friends. Well, if you do move to America, you'll spend a lot more time around white people. So you'll get more and more used to us. I think you are just shy around white people because you haven't been around us much. Exposure leads to familiarity. I grew up in a small town in Scotland and didn't see any non-white Scots until I was 21. You just need to talk to people who look different from you and you'll see they're just the exact same. Study history. Cultural studies. Try to understand the place you are going and people with whom you will be interacting. Know your own history and culture. Interact by focusing on your needs, wants and personal boundaries. White people aren't any different from any other race. Most people are kind, especially in America. The culture is to be kind to people you meet in public, so asking for directions etc. you can be like 85% sure any random person will be kind and helpful on the street or subway. I know in many parts of Asia the opposite is true. Embrace the culture when you get to where you are going, make it a part of you. Even if only a temporary facade. The saying is when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And quod.